Ladies and gentlemen, party people of all ages, my name is Nate, and this is the creative world that I'm using for Titancraft right now. I am reviewing lots of old footage now at this point. I had a little bit of inspiration a few weeks ago, and I'm still working my way through it. So here I'm pleased to present to you part 3 of my Nextus rework. Have fun! This is the Shulker box unloader that I have been using for several seasons now. I believe this was an El Mango creation. I'm not certain at the moment, but this is the same unloader that I have underneath there. It's even the same black color. So when I put in a Shulker box to unload, it dispenses it here. Shulker boxes are going to wind up in this chest, and whatever's coming out is coming into this chest. This particular one cannot be opened, and I think that's okay for how I am adopting it. And when it's done, the dispenser, the piston ejects it, and it gets picked up by this hopper, hopefully. And then that's the Shulker box. With this design, I have gotten complaints that it is a little bit lossy. Sometimes my Shulker boxes don't come back. It is what it is. Over here, I have adapted mostly this stuff at the top and then reinvented the wheel for this stuff down at the bottom. As you can see here, I have some barrier blocks that ordinarily I would have other blocks instead, but I have these here so that you can see them. And I have the Shulker box line and the sort item line. The idea is that the sort item goes down to an impulse sorter, and then it triggers this Shulker box to be put into whatever silo it belongs in. So when I put in my Shulker box here, really quick, we have one item here, and we have the empty Shulker box there. I'll do it again at an angle where you can actually see it. And basically all I had to do was fine-tune the repeater timing here. I was actually surprised to find that I needed to put it on full ticks before I got timing right. And so the second hopper picks up whatever gets ejected from on top of the first hopper, and with this timing, the first hopper gets locked by the time that happens. So I got my impulse sorter all built up with ideas of where I'm going to send items, and I'm thinking about how I'm going to get this signal out to control this hopper line and also be tileable. So yeah, I'm at a little bit of an impasse. Well, that wasn't too bad. So I remembered that a hopper has a 2-tick cycle, 2 redstone tick cycle. Redstone ticks are also 2 game ticks. If I put a repeater in here and add an extra little bit of routing for the hoppers, it just so happens to line up. And so I'm getting my Shulker box back where I'm expecting it to be. Now I have a second one. What I'm not getting back, however, is the items that should be going to the index. What's happening is they are being held up in this hopper right here because this is locked here. So back to the drawing board, I guess. All right, guys, I added a signal here to dispense the next Shulker box in sequence, and it works kinda. If I load up several of these green Shulker boxes, I'm actually going to show how these are empty. If I load this up with a bunch of them, we get 4 here. We get 4 here. which is weird because I thought I put in 9. And we get, what? I'm going to redo my tests. This time I did put in 9. Now we got 5, and then we're gonna have 5. So yeah, we've got weird numbers going on here. I put in 9, I get 8 back. I put in 9 again, I get 10 back. Or and half of them are sorting over here to the rejects, and half of them are sorting the way they're supposed to. So I obviously have something that I'm missing here that is probably blindingly obvious to you. So out of frustration, I went and studied how this single slice works and replicated it over here with my single item system. We're basically locking and unlocking this first hopper based on that block. So I've noticed a problem. I have an item here. I have an item here. Now I have 2 items here. And I have 2 items here. Still have 2 items here. Still have 2 items here. And I've searched the hopper chain. I can't find where this other item is and where it's being stuck. Could be that one, I suppose. Now I got 3. Now I've got 3. And that is empty. Very interesting. I figured it out, guys. I had to have 2 and 2 on the repeaters. If I had any other configuration on any other number of repeaters, 1 or 2, it did not work. Like, I don't understand why, though. Yeah, I don't know. It does trap 1 shulker up here, but I mean, the impulse system does that anyway. So I'd say that that's functional. But yeah, if I spam in bunches of these chests again, these shulkers. Oh yeah, I also switched this back to the previous design because whatever I'd done before wasn't actually being particularly reliable. And that was. And here we go. 3, 3, and 3. And once again, these are going to get reunited before rejection, I think. And then the whatever would go into the index. So yeah, I have a successful prototype for going up here to replace much of what goes on up here. The etho hopper clocks are being retired in favor of the more complicated hopper arrangement. All right, guys, I've been busy. I took this prototype over here. I expanded it out to a larger prototype where this is more or less the sort system that we have at the top of the Nextus. Down here, I have stubbed in exactly where I'm going to put the dropper system where you order items like over here. I only need the 1 dropper because I'm only spitting out a single item instead of a whole 16 clicks of the droppers. Well, we're now like 3 days later, and Doobie and I have Doobie and Light and I have been busy. We have a Shulker loader that Doobie has been using already. There was some modifications to a standard design. Whose design was this, Light?
I actually don't know.
Oh, well, this is the Shulker loader that Doobie has been using, and we were just adopting it so that we have a water stream input over here, and it spits out items down here, and they go all the way up over the top. And now we're figuring out how to get items out of the dropper. And it's been a little while since I've recorded some clips, so I decided I needed to do that. So there's my status update on what we're doing on this particular part of the storage system. Well, that wasn't too difficult. I went ahead and put a simple impulse sorter on here with the repeater. I actually copied that from over here. You can see it's even the same green color. When you put an item into the water stream, it spits out the selected shulker box over here, and it goes into the same modified version of the same shulker loader that I had developed with Light over and Doobie over there, and it reintegrates the item that went through the sort. That does mean that I'm going to need to put my rate limiter on here. We don't want the sort item to try to go to the wrong shulker box, because that'll just jam up the system. Well, you saw how quickly this went. It's still going to be faster than the old thing. Also, this particular loader will work just fine for the reintegration over here for rejects that it couldn't sort. So I'm going to go ahead and get those two added to the system, and I think I have a functional prototype. The final system, obviously, we're going to have more than just a double chest for our silos, so everything to my right will wind up at the top of the system, and everything to my left will wind up at the bottom. And we will figure out aesthetics for order control somewhere on top above. Maybe even figure out a way for the shulker loaders to be visible and still be efficient for under the glass like we've been doing. On the other hand, Light has been busy. He's built up another tree farm. He really hasn't done anything over here, though I don't think I did any videos on that. And not only that, but he has also built up the top portions of the same shulker loaders, or at least some advanced version of the same shulker loaders I showed you in a clip a minute ago. I do still have we still have the water streams mechanics to set up down underneath, and of course, I do need to wrap up my storage system. So here we go, guys. I have the rate limiter all hooked up, just to the same input as over there. I did switch it around so that the dropper faces into the water stream, because as we recall, the dropper facing up into the water stream did have some difficulty. Although I believe the glass block on top would fix that either way. Let's give it 1, 2, 3. So that should have flashed. Oh, we've got the cooldown. You probably saw this before I did. The other thing that I don't need is this cooldown right here and associated other extra redstone. I'm going to go ahead and directly wire this signal all the way up into this observer so that it will cycle right away without all of this nonsense. All right, I got rid of the cooldown over here and wired it directly into the reset over here. And it's still not perfect. Somehow I deleted this here also. Boop. So if I put in 1, 2, 3 bits of iron, they queue up in this hopper like they're supposed to, and we get it cycles and it goes through. We've got the next one, the last one queued up in the hopper. Now there goes the last one, and pay attention to the redstone block. I believe this is sending 2 pulses up the line, which is causing the rate limiter to stay locked. I think I do need a monostable here. I think I'm going to put it right here. And wouldn't you know it, in the little bit that I deleted, I had a monostable. Imagine that. And here we have it, guys, 1 monostable. So we get however many pulses over here through the repeater, and I didn't even need to add any lengthener on that. We send up a single pulse up the line, and now the rate limiter behaves itself. There's the redstone block. So there you have it. That should do it for everything that we want. We have an index that keeps track of the number of shulker boxes in stock, which would be right here. And we have a way to request the items through a sort system, and they come out, they get reintegrated into the shulker box here. And of course, where we started is full shulker boxes go in, and a single item gets goes into the index in the first place, while the full -1 shulker box goes into deep storage. I think that does it for a prototype. Even if I don't have the reintegrator over here, I think it's time to design the real thing. Oh, let's see. This also needs a reject line, but that'll be easy enough to add. We'll do a more aesthetic prototype. And it looks like I deleted. I don't know how that happened, but okay. I had, you know what, these observers here, which put the pulse on this line with the cooldown. I think getting the pulse directly out for the shulker loader is it's gonna work just as well, if not better, than the cooldown. So I don't even need these observers either. That's wonderful. Look at how much more compact this thing is compared to this one, and especially up here. Especially up here for the counting, and down here for the dispensing. I mean, we go through all of that redstone for dispensing, and down here we just have a shulker loader, basically. I love it. All right, guys, I had a little bit of a brainstorm session with Light, and it only occurred to me at the end of it that I should have been recording. But we did go ahead and figure out how the item detection that didn't sort is going to work, and we're going to put it into a bubble elevator to do whatever with it. And only at the end did it occur to me that, boy, that would have been wonderful to record, but it is what it is. But then I went one farther. I expanded the prototype a little bit, but went a little bit overboard, and then brought it back down into scale a little bit. It's done. Yeah, the index is right here. You place some torches in the box down here, and you can see it click into action with sound. Shulker box comes out on the black line, and I have lots of whimsy with the water pipes all over the place. And the item comes up the white line. Or at least it should. There it goes. Put in something that it doesn't sort, and so there we have it, folks. I have designed storage system version 2, rather version 3 for season 4. At one point we were discussing making it symmetrical, put chests on the opposite side. I think with all of this redstone here, that would get in the way of this redstone here. So that's probably not going to happen. But I'm really happy with the whimsical nature of this thing. You can see here that I get the shulker boxes out here, and I get anything that, I don't see any shulkers in here, but anything that either went through the reject line there or the reject line up there will come through here. I think just about all I have left on this prototype is I need a sorter for non-full shulker boxes, and I need a sorter for non-shulker boxes itself. And I know how I'm going to do the non-shulker box filter, and I have some ideas for the non-full shulker box filter. So I can see the finish line ahead, and I'm really eager to get this thing built up on Titancraft. So that's been my episode series on the Nextus. I think we're going to get back to normal Titancraft in the next episode. And I just broke concrete down there. And have a happy, let's say happy Monday. Yeah. Have a happy Monday, everyone. I'm Got Nate. Bye-bye.